So hi everyone, my name is Ray and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a special episode about an energy update for the month of December 2018. What are the energies right now and how are they going to build the coming energies like in the next couple of weeks? In other words, if you go into a deep meditative state, you will understand that there is a profound connection between you and all of existence. And whatever it is that you are going through, a lot of other people, nature itself, Gaia itself, is also going through that. That's why there's different openings. Now, the first thing is the 1111 gateway is behind us. And that means, the 1111 meaning just what happened 3 weeks ago in the beginning or almost in the middle of November. And that was a lot of energy shifts. You've probably noticed that. I emailed all my subscribers about it and I got a lot of responses, positive responses saying, oh my God, this is it. Maybe you had a bit of disorientation in your body, an illness. It could have been a lack of sleep of some sort. That is now behind us. And I can tell you, something within me deeply changed. Yesterday I had the worst day at work. And again, I'm a grounded person. I went to work. I had to go to the Canadian Embassy to hand in my working visa so I can do workshops in Canada as well. They were closed. And then I went to the shop for my motorcycle because there was a leak. And then they told me there's no leak. But when I drove all the way back, they said I saw that the leak actually exists and it didn't fix anything. I couldn't manage to solve a few bugs that I really wanted to in that day. I had a lot of but something within me was in a higher degree of acceptance. Really, something changed. And that's the energy that I feel right now. I feel like the whole 2016 to 2018, there was a shift in the timeline. In other words, we could have gone another way as a humanity. But what happened is that we shifted the timeline to the positivity. So I do see clarity about a vision of a future with no money, a vision of a future with no religion, a vision of a future of that heaven that we all know can exist. And I feel like this is the closure of those 3-year cycles. This is also the reason why we spent this last month with our family, with our relatives, closing everything and beginning the amazing 2019 energies. And this last month, for me, what I feel is a preparation for the desires, for the clarity of the different changes I want to bring in myself and to the world, starting with 2019. In other words, something is already beginning to be more accepting. Another thing that came up is that the illusion of reality is beginning to be much more malleable, much more flexible. I can really perceive how I can change different things just with my intention, like in the dream state. I see how much my intention is very, very important, but in the same time, I see the dream state of reality. So I'm less afraid of anything that might go wrong, because again, wrong is something that is just a belief system. And I'm beginning to see how I shape my reality just by making different decisions and making them out of a place of more love and less of fear. Because so many of our beliefs and so many of our decisions are based on fears that are not even ours. They're belief systems that we inherited from our parents, from the government, from the media that injects these different things, and we put and give that energy to that. So once I started feeling that this month and the last month, both of them come together, and the illusion of reality is beginning to melt away, and I see how much my intention, how much our intention is the most powerful thing, and closing that episode of the timeline shift and beginning 2019, just imagine the energy when I say 2019. This coming, it's just in a few weeks, 2019. What am I going to achieve in that year? What have I left behind? Which of the limiting beliefs I no longer serve me that I needed to leave behind in 2016 to 2018 that I can now change my life to begin in 2019? And you will see that you have something, remember who you were in the beginning of 2016 and think about who you want to be in the beginning of 2019. Another thing happened is that, and this is kind of weird because when I went into that meditation and I asked what the hell is going on with people in my life, I got the answer that it's not only that I see more like-minded people, is that the different people that are low vibration, or people who took away my energy, have been disappearing from my life. And I'm trying to remember who they are, and what I notice is that not only don't I remember different people, or I remember a face, but I don't hear about them, I don't see them on my feed, I don't it's like their contacts simply disappear from my phone. And I understand that the shift is actually the planets that are, the planet itself is shifting into another timeline. And this is happening in front of me. And now it's the time to choose. It's sort of like I'm in the train station and the trains are leaving. Now is the time I can choose to shift between one train to the other train. And again, I do this with my intention. God, the Creator, does not care on which train I find myself in. This is a 3D dual way of thinking. So what I understood is that there's certain people that have taken away my energy, and certain people, even from my existence, that no longer serve me. And therefore, what I see is that in December, I'm saying hi much more to the people that I love, and I'm saying goodbye to the people that no longer serve me. And this is happening by itself. I didn't even need to intend it. It's like a closing of a gate and a beginning of something completely new.
This is a great time of transformation. This is a great time for realizing what it is that we really want. This is a great time to make very, very good decisions or important decisions about what we want to do in our life. Now, it doesn't mean this month is supposed to be the month that we are actually doing it, but it is the month that we are doing the first step. Now, the first step is to realize what it is that we want, to have clarity about that. And if it's, for example, if it's to buy a house, then the first step will be to check our savings, or the first step will be to decide where it is. If it's to work on our manifestation abilities, if it is to work on our personal development, it is to find that person that we want to learn from, or it's to sign up to whatever it is that it is, a workshop, a weekend, to buy that specific book. It doesn't mean that we have to do it in this month. This month is more about resting energetically and being with people that we love and enjoying the winter. And after that, that's the time of the action. That's what I feel. I feel like this is about closing that episode of 2016 and 2018 and preparing ourselves mentally by meditation, contemplation, observation of who we are right now and the person that you can say, long to become. Our future hero, our future self, the one that we are in constant competition with in order to become that thing. So think about it like a time of preparation. And again, if you have anything, any question, recommendation, something that you would like to share, write it right down here in the comment section and I'll be sure to review it. Thank you very much for watching me. Thank you for giving me your time, which is, I think, the most valuable thing that we possess these days. So thank you for giving me that time, your energy, your awareness. And together, I believe that we will create the most amazing and epic month of December as a preparation for the amazing 2019. My name is Maor. You're welcome to join me at raymaor.com. Check out my stuff. See you in my next video. Namaste.